Hey, kids! Questionable Terrence here. Today I want to talk to you about cars. Now, usually when adults talk to you about cars, it's all safety talk. Seat belts, car seats, back seats, boring. I want to teach you kids something actually useful today. Something that'll be both nice on the next road trip and also pretty fun too. Now, make sure that you don't show this video to your parents, at least not until you've watched the whole thing. Why? Well, we'll get into that in a moment. For now, why don't you follow me into my car? Oops, I'm not supposed to be saying that stuff anymore. The judge told me this next time. Okie dokie. Gosh, I am so excited to be with you kids today. And you should be excited to be with me because I have something mind-blowing. That's right, friends. Something mind-blowing to tell you. Questionable Terrence here has something that I want to tell you guys. What is it? Let's settle down. And first, before I tell you what it is, kids, we gotta put on our imagination caps. That's right. Let's imagine a scenario together, shall we? Yes, let's do that. Okay, so imagine that you just got picked up from school. Probably had a great day, right? Did a lot of fun things. One of your parents are picking you up. They put you in the car, and they maybe are asking you how your day was. Maybe they are saying, oh my gosh, I love you so much. All these sorts of things. My parents ran a crime syndicate / cult out of Southeast India where they sold Xanax to birds. That was mostly what they did, but also sometimes they collected used diapers and mailed them to the Salvation Army. So I have never experienced this quaint American family experience, but I have watched enough Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood to get the gist. Anyway, at one point in your drive, or maybe right when you get picked up, one of your parents may go, kiddo, sport, do you want to go get some McDonald's? Kids, we love McDonald's, don't we? We love McDonald's. That's right, friends. We love McDonald's. And so, you can picture it now. Oh, I want a hamburger. I want a big fry. I want a soda. Oh my gosh. Endless fun, right, kids? We love McDonald's. And you get to the McDonald's, you order your food, all that. And your parents may get a drink, and they may put that drink in one of these. See that, kids? See those right there? Let me get in there. Yeah, you see those? That's probably where your parents are going to put their cups. Now, I don't have a McDonald's cup for this video because, well, I'm not allowed within 100 feet of any McDonald's establishment as of 2015, but that's pretty normal, right? Not the not being allowed in McDonald's part, but the putting the cups right here. That's, that looks normal, right? That's where the cups go. Where else are you going to do with the cups? You got to hold the cup while you're drinking, take a little drink, and drive? That sounds mighty dangerous. Well, it's not, okay? I just had one or two. I'm just trying to loosen up. Jeez, give me a break. Listen, kids, I don't know where you're supposed to put these cups. I'm not going to pretend like I do know, but I do know one thing, and this is the important thing. You really do not want to put your cups in these so-called cup holders. Oof. Just thinking about it gives me the shakes. Why does it give me the shakes, kids? Why isn't it a good idea? Sit back, kids. It's time for a Questionable Terrence history lesson. As you all know, history is one of all of the subjects that I'm quite qualified to talk about, so I'm very happy to teach you kids about it today. In fact, it's my honor, my duty, and my privilege. Anyway, thousands of years ago, after our founding fathers created the oceans and the land, they made something called the automobile. Very big word, kids. You don't have to know it, trust me. The automobile, it was very similar to what we would call a car. It wasn't called a car until it could adequately play Cat Country 96 which would only happen after they killed all the dinosaurs. Anyway, this automobile was nice. Don't get me wrong, it was quite nice when I wasn't there, but probably was pretty nice. But here's the issue. The automobile was invented before bathrooms were invented, okay? Back then, if you wanted to go to the bathroom, you had to jump out the window, take a poo in the grass, and come back in. Everybody did it. From the peasants to the kings. This is how everybody took a poo back in the day. Okay? Which was fine if you're on a horse, if you're on a cart, it's like whatever. You can imagine that, right, kids? Jumping off a horse, taking a poo on the side of the road? Yeah. I know you can. But when you're in an automobile driving 1,000 miles per hour down the highway, you gotta do your business? What are you supposed to do? Take a poo in your pants? No. What if there was dinosaurs around? They would have definitely laughed at you. So in 1593, to be exact, one of our founding fathers by the name of Jerry Lee Lewis, brilliant man, he had the idea of making a modification to the automobile. Light bulb! Light bulb! Can you kids say, light bulb! Light bulb! Yeah, one of those. And after marrying his 13-year-old cousin, something that did actually happen in real life, he decided to put it's sort of like a pot, like a big pot. You know what that is, kids? You know what a pot is? Yeah, in the kitchen, you see that at home, one of those big pots? Yeah. He took one of those and sort of put it like in here. It's about 8 inches deep or so. I'm not trying to get technical on you, kids. Okay, that's just the history. Just giving you the history. And the point of it is that when you're driving and you gotta take a, you gotta take a poo, you can pull over, take a squat, you can do your business, you can keep on driving. That way it doesn't mess up your commute, your drive. You don't have some brown, stinky pants the rest of the day. And the dinosaurs don't make fun of you. So it's like great package. And not only could the driver use this, but the passengers in the front and the back could. It was big enough for everyone. It was great. It was perfect. Gosh. What a time to be alive then. Back then, the government kept its nose out of the public water supply. You could put whatever you wanted into it, and it didn't bother you. But where is this hole? Where has it gone? Have you ever seen a hole like this in your parents' car? I haven't. Look, I'm in a car right now. Look, do you see a big hole, kids? Say, I see a big hole when you see a big hole. You don't see a big hole, do you? I don't. So where'd it go? Well, because of regulation and safety and the proverbial infinity gauntlet that mega corporations hold over the late-stage capitalist world. Corporations will go to any length to basically pay $0 in making the things they make, and that includes cars. Cars have taken a hit in many different ways, many different levels, but it's most notable with Lewis's hole. It's not there anymore. Well, where is it? Those are the holes, kids. Well, holes now, they split them up. For some reason, I think that was Richard Nixon's doing. See that? Look how tiny these are. The size of my hand. Adults can't poop in these holes. I don't blame anyone for not thinking that these aren't poop holes. They're so small. Adults can't poop in them. I can't poop in them, certainly not. Plus, I'd have no reason to, because the state of Pennsylvania has taken away my license for getting too many DUIs. That stands for driving unusually well, kids. And see, they don't even know what they're talking about. They spelled well with an I. They're so stupid. Well, adults can't use them. That's for sure. But you kids? That's a different story. Look, these holes, they're basically the same size as your training potties. You see that? While adults can't use them anymore, it's completely gone from them. You guys, these holes are your friends. Now, I hear your questions. I hear them. Should I trust someone who has the word questionable in their name? I'll have you know that Questionable is my legal first name. Terrence is my last name. Questionable Terrence is the name that my parents gave me when I was born. That may seem odd to you, but remember, kids, my parents, for the majority of their lives, sold Xanax to birds as their job, so the name Questionable sounded like Jake or Susie to them. Also, I hear you asking, maybe I should tell my parents about this, ask them about this before I think about it any further. No! No, you don't have to do that, and I can tell you why. Your parents, they may have jobs and cars and all in a house, but they're kind of stupid. In fact, they're really, really stupid. When's the last time you saw them come out of a school? You go to school all day. You ever see them do that? You ever see them have homework to do? Do they get a report card? No, they don't get any of that stuff. It's because they're dumb. They've never had any formal education in their whole life. Okay? You and I, though, we have. Right? We go to school. We play with our friends at recess. We know what it's like to work hard, okay? So, let's keep this between the two of us right now, okay? Does that sound good to you? That sounds good to me. And, of course, I can hear some of you saying, okay, I believe you. These cup holders are actually, if anything, poop holders meant to hold my sweet, savory muffins. But I'm not about to drop a big brown bomb in front of my parents in the front seat. I hear you. And so have many scientists and philosophers and big thinkers throughout the ages. And that's why we must now talk about another modification that was made to the car. This time by a man named Jimmy Neutron, a real-life scientist who had an amazing documentary series made about his life, who, when he introduced this modification to the car, it truly shook the halls of science and politics forever. Kids, let's go to the back. All right, kids, here we are in the back seat. You'll forgive me, I don't actually have this feature in my car. When I was purchasing my car, I wasn't really looking for this feature. I'm never ever back here. The only things that are ever back here are evidence, people who are mean to me, and dinner. So in purchasing this car, I wasn't really looking for it. But most of your parents' cars are going to have this. So you go in the back, and in the middle here, you're going to find a seat, right? But it's going to look kind of strange. And maybe you'll even see a strap somewhere. If you found that strap, put those little hands on it. You found it. You got it. Pull it. Whoa. What? You've just struck gold. Half of you didn't even know this was here. I just introduced it to you now, and I have changed your life by this one discovery. This alone is mind-blowing. I understand. Take time. Take a deep breath. Take it all in. The other half of you already knew this was here, and in fact, you pull it every 5 seconds. But allow me to breathe some life and offer some utility to your otherwise meaningless play toy up to this point. Now, kids, don't start pooping in these holes right away, okay? Don't do that. Not yet. Why? Because we've been over this, kids. Your parents are stupid, dumb people, okay? And if you start pooping in these holes correctly, they're gonna yell at you. They're gonna get mad at you. They're gonna take your toys away. All that stuff, you know? So you can't do it quite yet. But the poop hole is such an old tradition. All your parents need is a reminder of that. And they'll be on your side immediately. They just need a little something to bring back their memory of what was. And you can do that for them. You can bring them out of this state. I wish someone could bring me out of this state, but Pennsylvania's got me pretty locked. But this isn't about me, this is about you. So what should I do, you're asking? This is it, kids. Open this invention up. Fill it with your goopy poo. Put it all in there. Pack it full. Close the compartment. Tight. Okay? Do this, ideally, when they're sleeping, because it'll be a great surprise. We don't want them to know about it. They'll get in their car the next day, and it has been sitting for many hours. And you'll see that they'll become very overwhelmed. Do you know what overwhelmed means, kids? It means they're gonna feel a lot of emotions. And hey, we feel a lot of emotions too, don't we? We sure do. And although they're dumb people, they feel emotions too. They might cry, they might scream, they might pass out. That's a-okay. They're just working through it. And that's part of the process. And listen, if after a day they still don't get it, well, keep putting your gooey chocolate in here. And at one point, eventually, they'll come around. Don't eat any spicy food. We want your fecal snake to have its form and shape. And don't stop until they look you in the eyes and say, "Kiddo, I love you. Thank you." It'll happen. Don't you worry, kids. It'll happen. Once you break through to your parents, kids, you're all gonna be so much happier. And you are gonna live in car travel bliss. No more of those, "Oh, can we stop? Can we stop?" And in fact, not only will you never have any of those, but you must make sure that you continue to remind your parents that you will use the poop holes properly if they refuse to buy you toys, take you to places you want to go, they won't let you eat candy or soda. If you do this, and you just tell them, "Hey, I'm just using these the way they're supposed to be used," it's your world, kids. And they're just living in it. Well, friends, kids, I hope you learned something today. I know I didn't. Please do everything I tell you to do without any doubting or questioning, or all the monsters in your closet will come out at one time. They will eat you and take all of your toys. It's quite unfortunate. I wouldn't want that to happen. And please do not mention my name to anyone. If anyone asks where you heard this information, tell them the same place I get all my information from: TV, the wind, my dreams when I eat too many sticks of butter, and of course 60sinmyarea.com. Although, if you do want to get in contact with me, I should tell you that I am the withered man you see on those bits of wood that your parents pretend to believe in every Sunday. So, if you pray to that, maybe you'll hear from me once in a while, who knows. But you know what? That's all, kids. Have a great day. Stay in school. Do not approach people like me unless they have a vested interest in you. And those people are businessmen. I don't really think there's anything wrong with that. In fact, that's actually how Microsoft was started. A bunch of people approached Bill Gates when he was like 5 years old. I don't think that's the problem with that. Sesame Street was the same way, of course. Sesame Street loaded a bunch of kids in to live in an area without their parents. Puppets, yeah, puppets, sure. Hamo is a beautiful black